Hi everyone, welcome back to Tomb Raider. I don't know why I always say it like that. Um, anyway, yeah, here we are in the fucking Temple of Khamoon. I was thinking of Legend of something that Khamoon kind of reminds me of. Also, Legends of the Hidden Temple. Surprised I haven't brought that show up yet in this LP. I mean, this is like Legends of the Hidden Temple, the video game. Was there a Legends of the Hidden Temple video game? Because that kind of sounds like something they would do, like in the way that they made the Wipeout video games, where it's like a shitty video game where you go through a dumb recreation of the show. Or I think you could just make just a spin-off game where you play a guy and you are, a kid and you're in a hidden temple and Olmec's there and he guides you and you collect. It could be like a Banjo-Kazooie, Mario, Donkey Kong kind of collectathon platformer thing. It could be, and it could be like vaguely Tomb Raider-esque, but like more for kids and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, here's me fucking up. There's a lot of that. Not a new development for this LP at all. This is where the game gets a little hoarder. Not just in terms of the actual things that you are meant to do, but also, at least for me and my dumb little monkey brain, difficulty to figure out what you're supposed to do, especially if you're an unobservant fuck like me. And it takes you like 4 tries on this little section here to notice that there are multiple things with hooks on them that you're supposed to grapple down so you can get to the top, but that's me. Also, in my defense, a lot of things in this game look the same, and sometimes it's not always immediately clear what part of the environment you're actually meant to be interacting with. But also, I'm big Dumbo, because I will admit that. Also, I love how these huge things just well, except for that one, how they just disappear. I wish that that whenever you did that, they became part of the platforming thing, but I guess that would be a little hard. So yeah, I hope you liked watching me do this, because you're watching me do it again right now. But anyway, hope all of you are doing well. I hope you're all enjoying day 3 of election day. The election night stream, I think, went pretty well. It went for a while, and obviously the whole thing was kind of pointless because we don't even know who won yet now. Although looks like it's gonna go a certain way, but it's not official yet. Which was to be expected. I went into doing the election night stream fully knowing that was probably going to be the case. And, I think it was fun. I had fun. I, got drunk. I talked to my friends and my brother. I played a Scooby-Doo game for a little bit. I spent a lot less of the time playing video games than I thought I was going to. I was a little bit bummed about that. I was kind of hoping that it would be like an extravaganza and maybe me and TJ would get on and play something, but we ended up just shooting the shit. Not always about politics or the election, although a pretty decent amount of it was that with all of my guests. But also just riffing, talking about movies, talking about all kinds of stuff. At one point, Tyler and Kevin kind of got off on their own thing while I was playing Scooby-Doo and kind of zoning out at 2 in the morning. I don't frankly even remember what they were talking about, but they were talking to each other for about 20 minutes and I had absolutely nothing to add. And so it was just, their conversation carrying the stream while I occasionally just said fuck when I messed something up in Scooby-Doo, which was pretty often because my brain wasn't really in the best video game playing mindset by that point. So yeah, got some creepy stuff now. I really like that part. I think that could have been a cool place to do one of the QuickTime event things that they do. Is it even that? I mean, I know that it's just, you know, you have to hit the button in time. But it's always just an arrow key. And I'm getting my fucking ass blasted by these fireballs they're throwing at me. Fuck that up. I do know how to do that now. Like, I do know what my fingers need to do to make that happen. I just can't always make it happen. So, like, the reflex isn't there yet, so... I, more often than not, will fuck up the adrenaline shots. But anyway, yeah, I liked the election night stream. I was thinking of uploading it to YouTube, but it was like 6 hours, and a lot of it was kind of like dumb bullshit and nothing really happening. And I mean, I think it was entertaining, but I don't know, like... if I should do, like, highlights from it and upload it, but I don't even know what the highlights would be, because they would just be, like, you know, a selection of, like, 5-minute chunks of conversation where I think we make good points. I mean, I'm certainly not going to watch all 6 hours of the stream to find all the funny bits or anything like that, and I don't really know how much, like, a clip show-esque highlights video would really... serve that stream per se. So if I uploaded it, I feel like I should just do most or all of it. But then the other thing is, I don't know if I should upload it here or if I should upload it on my main channel, because I don't really upload full streams on my main channel, and also but also, like, it doesn't have much to do with games except for when I'm playing Scooby-Doo for 45 minutes at the end, so I don't know what I should do about that, but I did highlight the broadcast, so it is saved on my Twitch page, and you can watch it whenever. And people already, the past broadcast of it on Twitch already has a decent number of views for how many views my Twitch streams usually get. But I like made an actual highlight video of it so that it doesn't expire. So yeah, I don't know what to do with that, but whatever. And I'm not going to do any fucking election takes in this video, mostly because, first of all, I assume that most of you who are watching this are probably sick of hearing about it, if you're watching it around the time that I'm uploading it. And I am also. And I, you know, obviously do have thoughts on it and takeaways, but for one thing, it's still in the midst of it, and, you know, not that I think the outcome that seems likely is going to be drastically different, but in the broad strokes at least. But just in general, you know, don't want to pontificate too much at this juncture. But also, just, yeah, generally, I don't think you want to hear it in this video. I'll save it for a stream coming up. I think the next stream I do, I want to get TJ back on stream, and I want to actually play something with him, because me and him haven't played a video game in, like, months. Because he was backed up at work with a bunch of election mail stuff. So he was, like, getting home from work really late, and we already don't play games all that often because of our respective schedules, but the last couple months it's been, like, close to impossible, which has been a bummer. So I'll save stuff like that for, like, a stream coming up soon. But I hope people enjoyed the election stream. I'd like to do more sort of big kind of streams like that. I want to do a charity stream. I think I've talked about this in a video before. I want to do a charity stream. My idea of it would be either a 48 or 72-hour one, not with just me, obviously. It would be one where it would be me, probably Walter, Rob, you know, other friends of mine that actually fucking stream on Twitch. And we would have like 4 or 6 hour shifts, and I would want to do it so that everyone at least gets like 2 shifts where we play a game. And yeah, we do that for like 48 or 72 hours, whatever we can hack, and probably over a weekend, I would imagine. And you know, pick a thing, pick a cause to put it to. I would want to do something like either bail fund or maybe a COVID thing, like a COVID response thing. I mean, it's very local to me, so I don't know if they would want to do it, but like there's a nonprofit in Philly who's been doing all the, not all the COVID testing, but has been doing free COVID testing. It's how I've been getting my COVID tests. And, they're just a group of people that rely on donations, so that could be a thing. Or if we're going, like, scope-wise, more like non-local or even non-national, like reserved to America, I would like to do something for Yemen. I think the thing I'm thinking of is called the Yemen Relief Foundation. It's something of that nature, Yemen Relief, whatever. But for the all the horrific shit going on in Yemen that I'm not going to get into the details of here because it's upsetting. But yeah, if we're going for like loftier kinds of things, then that's something that I would be interested in doing. And obviously I would be open to a lot of things. There's a lot of good causes that you can give for, but I would want to do something that like actually kind of means something to me, and not just like, not that raising money for something like Autism Speaks or whatever, or like any other sort of not that autism is a disease, but any kind of disease research kind of thing, like cancer or an Alzheimer's fund. Not that those are useless or anything. I just, I'd rather do something that feels more urgent, where I feel like the donations are having a more immediate impact, if that makes any sense. Not to be callous or anything like that. As I said, there's lots of good things, and really the principle of the thing would just be doing the charity stream. I'm not, what the charity is honestly incidental. I'm doing it for my enjoyment, and I would want to do it because it's a fun thing that I think I could do with my friends. So if anyone's interested in that idea, let me know. I don't think anyone would really have a problem with it. It's just kind of a matter of organizing it, which is its own thing entirely. I haven't really been talking about what's going on in the game, because you can see it's just moving these big platforms and not fucking up. And I'm messing up the second part, so it's taking me a minute. But I think I get it this time. I wanted to talk about that kind of stuff, about the stream and about streaming in general in this one, because Chicken Little I try to reserve for the more, I don't know. I just try to do different things with the commentary in Chicken Little, because different games, different vibes. And also because, I usually talk about the things that I feel like fewer people really give a shit about in this one, because fewer people watch this LP. So, but I shouldn't really do that, because, and I mentioned, I forgot to mention this in the last video, which is that I talk a lot about how few views this LP gets, and it does right now. Like, as I'm uploading it, Chicken Little, to put it in perspective, right now, the average Chicken Little video, after a day of being up, has between 30 and 50 views, which is pretty good for this channel at this point. I have about 200 subscribers, and yeah, when I was uploading Mario Sunshine, it averaged about 25 or 30 views. I don't know what I'm pausing here for, and I don't know why I cut it out. It doesn't matter. Whatever. This game, on the other hand, is averaging between 5 and 10 views after a few days, and which is always kind of a bummer, because it takes one video of this LP, it's 25 minutes that you're watching, but usually every half hour of video is an hour plus of actual me playing the game, because there's a lot that I cut out and there's a lot of me fucking up. Oh yeah, timing here, which is not the case here. I've barely edited this video for whatever reason, because I didn't feel like it, I guess. Well, I felt like I thought that I was gonna get this one out quicker, but it ended up being not until, you know, kind of late Friday, just because of, I mean, not really anything. Nothing really was going on. I mean, obviously I was distracted by a bunch of shit, but that wasn't really the reason. I would have probably been like this anyway. But anyway, I was saying I should stop like being like putting a whole bunch of weight on how many views these videos get like when I upload them, because while some of my videos on this channel of course just never really get that many views, and you know, that's fine, several LPs that were doing like okay to fine when I uploaded them have a bunch of views now, and one of them is Scooby-Doo Unmasked. When I was uploading that LP, if you'll watch it back, I was bitching a lot in that LP about how people weren't as interested in that LP as they were something else, whatever else I was doing at the time. I forget. I completely forget the timeline of that. But now it has most, if not all, of the videos in that series have hundreds of views, and it has a couple of my most viewed videos. I think my most viewed LP altogether is probably Lights, Camera, Pants, because last time I checked, I think 5 of my top 10 most viewed videos on this channel are from the Lights, Camera, Pants LP. Speaking of which, I feel I've probably mentioned this before, but I was talking recently with, it might have been like Tyler and Custard, about the possibility of redoing my LPs of Battle for Bikini Bottom and the SpongeBob movie game. It's something that I've been thinking about ever since Rehydrated came out, and I was like, oh, I should do an LP of Rehydrated, and it'll be like, you know, the retread of BFBB that I kind of want to do, but I don't have to do that. But it's you know, the same game, except just kind of worse. But yeah, but I wanted to do that because, for one thing, the Battle for Bikini Bottom and movie game LPs are on my first channel, and I kind of want to make that channel more focused seeming. Like, I really want to narrow down and try to more, I want to more frequently upload in general, but like in doing that, I want to focus it in on the thing that I do most often is movie reviews, and I want to extend that into more just like kind of talking about things in like pop culture at the time, and involving JT and other people in videos more frequently, because I think that is fun. And I like the sort of the freewheeling discussion, and I also like, I've been trying to make my written movie reviews more succinct and a little shorter. Then I want to do Let's Watches more often, where like maybe once or twice a month I have one of like a video or something shorter, you know, that won't be a fucking one where I can actually have the video in the video and it's not a huge copyright issue. And then just to be realistic, every like 2 or 3 months maybe do a movie Let's Watch. And I would like to include, again, JT in more of those, and maybe even TJ, because I mean, why not? Just, you know, and invite other people who haven't been in them before. I think that's fun. Just kind of do something a little bit different. And then I don't know the frequency of when I would do video essay stuff, where they're, you know, it's more produced, for lack of a better term. You know, it's more like voiceover and images and editing, rather than you know, my more editorial stuff where I'm just kind of talking. I don't know where I'm going with those, because like I feel like I do have ideas for stuff, but it's always the type of thing where it's like I would make a video essay about this if I ever like become more knowledgeable about this or these subjects. And like, I don't know when that is gonna happen. So, I don't, and like, and sometimes I spend time on a video essay. I like genuinely am compiling information and trying to write a script, and I get through it and I'm like, this sucks. This, like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to say any of this. It's not really useful or insightful, really. Or like, it's the kind of thing where I just have a general topic that I want to try to tackle and have a take on, but in doing so I just kind of like explain it, and then that's it. Like, I don't really I don't really have anything new or interesting to say about it. And so yeah, I just end up scrapping them a lot. So I don't know how much I'm going to do them, and people don't really give a fuck about them anyway. I mean, people watch the Hollywood Crash video, but that's more of a curse that I don't even, like, I may not even be cut out to make those kinds of videos, and I don't even really like that video. So, but people like the Let's Watches, and, the movie reviews do fine, and they're easy, and I like doing them because I like talking about movies, so I'm just gonna try to focus on that. So in doing so, I like kind of want to, like, I deleted my GTA 4 LP off my first channel because I did it on this channel, and because that's like fucking, and it's not even complete on my first channel, and that's like 45 videos that were just sitting there and not really being like any of the other videos that I want to keep on there. And I've been slowly over the past several years just purging videos that I don't want there. Not always just because they have like necessarily any like bad humor or anything that I don't want on the internet or anything like that, but just I just don't think they're good. And the main channel is the one that I'm kind of presenting as more the one that is like, I don't want to say representative of me, but it's a little less casual than this, because this is literally just, I'm going to play a video game I like and I'm going to talk about whatever I want, and like 10 people watch it and that's fine. But this is the kind of stuff that I actually like want to have an audience. Not that I don't want this to have an audience, but you know what I'm saying. So I just want to cut the bullshit from it. That's really all I'm saying. And the other thing is, it would just be fun to revisit the things, those two games. But also, I don't know if I want to completely get rid of them, because, I mean, there's stuff about those runs, those LPs that I think are good or like worth keeping around, so I don't know, maybe they'll still be there somewhere. I don't know what to do. I would like some input. Maybe one of you can help me out of how I could go about preserving it. And I had some other stuff that I wanted to talk about sort of related to that, but I am about to go in a hole. This hole, to be exact. I cut that out because I did some wandering around this area to make sure I didn't miss any secret goodies, and I did not. So we're going in the hole. And next time, we'll see what's in the hole. See you then for that.